Shalom, everyone. I hope that you're doing fantastic. Thanks for joining for another reading. So, if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, and all of that. I hope everybody really is making the best of their moments. Okay, because we are making history right now. What's your history book look like? I got some things in my history book I don't really like to care to look at, but it's there. It's there to accept because it's part of the history of whatever's going on. All right, Devon, what do you want to talk to us about? Okay, well, got two cards here that's coming out. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and take these two as well, okay? And then flip the deck over and we'll make a reading out of that. This positive with the World card and the Wheel of Fortune. Positive. Passing the freaking test. This is big time travel. This is integrity. This is learning the lesson. This is, and obviously we know this could go the other way. We do know that people aren't, but the divine is pointing people out that are. Pulling people up, and you know who you are, and the divine is letting you see something in advance of what's coming your way for whatever you're doing. Keep going, because other people literally would go astray. Okay, because we know both the Saturn energies is a test, and you get the world when you pass it, and the wheel goes either way. So this energy, both of these energies can go either way in your testing, and somebody passing something right here, right now. If something's turning, there's definitely a completion to something. Okay, even if there's a death that has occurred, something is positive here. And I hate to say that, it's like, okay, well, that you can interpret that in any kind of way you need to. Just something got transformed here, and there's just been a big fat test that's just really over the top rewarding here. That's positive. It's travel, and like I said, there's big time abundance here, for one thing. Even in the midst of what's taking place here right now. Somebody's winning something or something. The world is here. And it's been passionate, this war. Something's over. This is absolutely nothing but fire here. Coming out here with this set. Okay, we do have fire here as well, and fire is also found within the World card. The sun right now is in fire, but we're getting a picture of a complete cycle from the first bit of the fire starting to the ending, and keeping our faith regardless and not losing that passion. And somebody passed tests. We're fixing to be told they passed a test. It's been a long test. Somebody's also lost a father within something that's gone on. We're being shown something's successfully completed within this. We have a dragon here. It's been really hard. Okay, dragons are mean. Okay, there's been a lot of oppression here. Somebody has really stood the test through inflammation as well. This is really big fortune here with the Ace of Wands, and we really get it twice. There's 11 wands here, and that's knowing something. And you got to know to be able to pass tests. And somebody does know that they got to. And this is a judgment. Something's coming back around. So we already seen the judgment card today, so here it is again. Secret investigative stuff. Somebody's been tested on some type of legal thing. This is an ending, but this is positive because this is coming awake. This is a change of position. This is money, property, secret things that are coming to the surface about children, sexual situations, the way that somebody thinks in their mind, this past life stuff. This absolutely, this testing as above so below stuff that's going on to cause the wheel to turn, which is actually really rewarding. It's showing up here, showing us that it wasn't easy to pass this test. So now somebody's coming awake and being forgiven, and there's been a change of position here from really dark, dead things, okay? And when you could pass a test from things like that, we're talking devilish things. We got the freaking dragon showing itself right here, okay? We have you and I having to keep our faith through this spiritual war, because this is amazing, because it's showing high arcana, which comes from the heaven, and we're seeing as above, so below. So how's it manifesting down below? Spiritual energies. What the divine says, okay, this is what I'm showing you is how it's manifesting in a spiritual way down in this realm, even still. That's incredible. This is a big payoff. This really big payoff. Because look, somebody turned around and said, look, it made me better, not bitter. I guess if I needed to read this in the other direction, because we do know that it goes the other direction. Well, I don't have to tell you, because you know who you are and what your character is. You're either going to pass it or you're not. You're either going to sit there and be turned, into a pillar of salt because you can't quit looking back. And we got gel here. Gel. All of it's actually gel. This is positive. Keep going, guys. My mercies are new every morning, he said. And somebody totally spiritually got up and spoke that, believed that, knew it, and graduated. This graduation day for somebody. And somebody's went home and died. And I'm not taking all of these. I'm just going to take, I'm really feeling like I'm supposed to look at this one. A risk. Somebody took a risk. Well, there you go. There's Aries energy. Okay, somebody jumped off. That's also Aquarian energy. It's 31, which is a 4, which is death stuff. Okay, somebody took a risk and jumped right into the fire. Because it is fire energy and it will take the risk. And this is a healing card with the 5 of Cups coming out here at the bottom of this deck. And people coming back around, going to take a risk to come back around, jump in the fire. Okay, let's just look at these. Somebody's been focused. Okay, there has been, so dragon energy, Puff the Magic Dragon. There has been magic stuff here, okay? We do have alchemy energy, and in the negative, okay, those who have went through the testing, they passed it, but along their way they encountered magic stuff, spiritual stuff. Even showing down here in this realm, the dragon, spiritual stuff. The fire is spiritual. Fire comes from heaven, but it also can be found within the earth itself. It's why it can appear that way down here. With the divine showing, and somebody took a risk and jumped off and focused, because that would be what the Emperor would do. It's the brain. Somebody passed with flying colors. The devil energy, the lust. Somebody was really tempted. Well, we know that because that's what Saturn energy is. Somebody passed a test. Bravo. Somebody got to the end of something. The end. The end. From the beginning to the end. The death and literally somebody's turning somebody's because they're not wearing a frown. They passed it. And when you do pass it, you feel like $1 billion. This is fortune. Okay, there's hope here. Okay, somebody knew something within was they just kept the hope before them. They knew that it would obviously eat them up if they didn't take the risk to fix something. Against all odds is what I'm hearing here. Something really bad took place. And there's hope here. In the home, we see the moon here. Where there's the mother. We have energy of a father, boss. We have what's out here for the husband. Money, property, all that kind of stuff. Taxes. Today's the last day of taxes, I believe. And we got people successfully growing in the midst of the fire and being purified and things coming to the surface. Now also the Judgment card represents, obviously somebody's passed it. finally somebody transmuted something today, the divine just said. When the judgment card, somebody makes a decision here, because there's real big karma. All three of these are really huge karmic cards. Something huge got passed today that's been coming back around through each cycle. That's what the moon is. Somebody kept their hope even through, somebody's really been dealing with lust really bad. I mean, we've got passion out here. Taking a risk, that's where we're at, where the sun's at right now. Passion, fire. We got, they passed a test through karmic activity. Somebody passed a test through, obviously less is less. Sexual stuff can go through, your bank account, buying stuff. Okay, we've definitely got that kind of stuff out here. And somebody's really just buckled down and did the work. And finally, when this has come back around and back up, somebody literally just went through every bit of it and transmuted and passed with flying colors. Something's beautiful here. It's beautiful. Got a yes out here. I love to see this kind of stuff, because this is what we're supposed to do. Yes, cry it out, but then turn around, because you didn't lose everything. If you belong to the divine, then the divine will actually make a way for you. Even in the midst of all this heavy lust stuff showing itself. This is a dragon, okay? When's the last time you had to stand before a dragon and summon, for the host of heaven to come help in truth? We got truth here. And to come and to help you transmute and put this thing down. Because it almost took you out. It almost took somebody out. There's hope here, though. There's compassion here. Somebody made a good judgment on taking a risk because they passed the test. Now, if you have not encountered any of this, you are looking at something inevitable, that things that you have not transmuted are going to come back around, where you're either going to have to make a decision to take a risk because there's going to be lust involved, and that doesn't have to be anything sexual. It could just be lusting after something, or really want that, whatever it is, okay? And if you don't pass the test, you're really going to sit there and look like this, crying, feeling guilty. And then if you don't ever get over it, this is a bitterness card, okay? Because there's been social stuff here, and somebody's finally transmuted something that's been really like a dragon to them, and took a risk to just stay focused through whatever it is. And somebody's also been putting spells on people. And somebody up here is full of integrity and has passed tests, even in the midst of heartache and loneliness. Bravo, whoever I'm talking to. Those of you, like I said, I guess it goes both ways. Those of you who are taking stupid risks and summoning things toward lustfulness, there's deception here. And this risk will not turn out for you. It'll turn into death. It's still a 13, a 31, a 4, a 22, okay? And it's real passionate energy. And if you don't know how to decipher something, we've got balancing energy here to pass it. If you don't do it right, you're screwed. It's judgments here. Got to put judgment on something is what it's showing us. Because there's a lot of fortune here. Money and property and fortune and travel and rewards and all kinds of stuff. It's positive. Shalom, y'all.